These uncultured swine. How could you not know about Harambe? Anyway, so I think I'll give you mine.
Okay.
Epstein Diddy.
Epstein and Diddy, you think it's up there?
It's
Over BLM? Over Ukraine and Israel?
yeah, because Epstein Diddy has global implications.
Over trans?
Yeah. Dude, it has global implications. Epstein Diddy has global implications. What is a woman? The trans stuff? Do you know how many countries, like in Africa and in Asia, zero tolerance for trans nonsense? They look at us Americans and laugh. They're like, these guys are caring about this. In Russia, they don't care about trans.
Are you a Russian sympathizer, by the way?
Clearly.
Just want to put it out there. On the record.
Clip it.
On the record. He's got pictures of Putin on the wall.
Exactly. So when we think about trans, when we think about what is a woman, that is a completely Western symptom. That's a Western issue. Like the Eastern, Asians, Russians, Indians.
What about the insurrection, January 6th?
Do you know why? That even though January 6th there, I don't even think that makes the list. Because January 6th was one of the biggest hoaxes perpetrated on American soil by our own government.
I don't think people actually care about it. I think people like to talk about it because it's easy to talk about. It's a big thing and media has told everyone. But actually, I don't think people physically actually care.
That's what I'm saying. It's a huge hoax, but nobody actually cares.
Nobody cares because like they do about these two.
It didn't do anything. So, which is so fascinating because if you actually look up the definition of insurrection, you must, to do an insurrection, you have to install a new government. No installation of a new idea ever happened.
Well, it also has to be armed and organized.
I mean, if I look at January 6th, and I say this with all sincerity, it was a complete nothing burger of a bunch of humans who gathered together who were kind of upset with what's going on. That's about it.
Yeah, but you guys are forgetting how the media portrayed it.
No, I'm not forgetting. That's what I'm saying. It was a huge hoax. It was a huge hoax. The media portrayed they still talk about it today. Kamala was just talking about it just last week in another stump speech wherever she was, talking about Jan 6. I mean, it's still a big hoax. It's still a big thing that I think that nobody cares about because nothing actually transpired. And by the way, how can it be an insurrection when who was the sitting president on Jan 6? Trump. So you're going to replace Trump with
Trump?
What? Trump? I mean, the stupidity of it all. To even call it an insurrection is completely misgendering that name, that word.
It's like forgetting Two-Spirit.
For peanut.
Okay. Got a question about the Epstein Diddy list.
Yes.
Which list do you think we'll see first?
Neither.
I think we're starting to see the Diddy list.
I mean,
the Epstein list is people that are names that you may not be as familiar with, but sit in dark rooms and shadows. Therefore, the likelihood of seeing that list probably pretty low. The Diddy list are just celebrities. They actually mean nothing to them. They're super replaceable.
So I would agree with you. I would agree with you that the Diddy people, the people who've been maimed, the people who've been embarrassed, they have less maturity. They have less sophistication. They are less smart. They're just dancing monkeys. They're entertainers, right? Just like you said, celebrities. So because of their immaturity and lack of sophistication, the Diddy files are going to, I agree with you, are going to have a higher chance of seeing the light of day because all it takes is one pissed off person who has no self-control, who's just like, Diddy effed me, he embarrassed me, they showed my picture of my little wee-wee hanging out with, all these other little wee-wees, and I'm pissed, and I'm gonna fry him. If you're an Epstein list, you're going to stay in the shadows.
Yeah, you don't want the smoke.
You don't want the smoke. But I still think we're not going to see anywhere close to the true reality of either of those.
Okay. With the Epstein and Diddy list, would I be out of line to lump that up and categorize that with the Satanists and the noticing?
Yeah, because people are finally realizing that there is actual evil not only being manifested, but also executed on by huge, deep billion-dollar networks of people. Like, this is
the
true.
same category.
This is happening.
Like
yeah.
if I did this.
Yeah, people are
Does
realizing.
that make sense?
Yeah, because people are finally seeing glimpses and slivers of evil that they could not conceive that would even be in the realm of possibility. I bet, Matt, if you were to survey any 100 boomers, and I'm talking about hardcore boomers, they don't go into the city, right? They hang out in their little, well-placed towns, manicured lawns. Right? True boomers. They watch CNN
I need
religiously.
to call my landscaper.
Are you racist right now?
I'm sorry. I just need to call my landscaper. Our grass is overgrown.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Reminded
I'm just
me.
telling you that if you surveyed 100 of those boomers, you know what and you would say, hey, did you hear about the million-person Satan, worshipers? Did you hear about the Diddy, Epstein, or noticing that there's a lot of negative? These boomers, if you 100 out of 100, I bet 90 out of those 100 would be like, man, I didn't know that was happening. I didn't know. I mean, I just saw Jennifer Lopez the other day on TV. She looked fine. She was looking like she was doing fine. She wouldn't be wrapped up into this hoodlum.
Take that.
she wouldn't be getting herself in any of this hanky-panky, any of this troublesome, worrisome stuff. No, not my Jennifer Lopez, not J-Lo.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Most people are ignorant. In the South, we call them ignorant. You don't even use the rest of the word. You just ignorant.